Forging is not like making coffee. Hot enough may work for coffee or tea, but in forging, it can quietly damage your part. If temperature is not controlled, defects are created without being visible. Many failures start here and only appear later on your line. Hello, I am Rahul Agarwal. I work with teams managing sourcing, quality, and production pressures every day. You deal with tight timelines, cost target, and the risk of line stoppages. The biggest concern is not what you can see, but what you cannot see. Poor temperature control often does not affect dimensions immediately. Parts pass inspection but fail later during machining, assembly, and field usage. Most issues begin with small gaps in process control, like temperature measurement may not be accurate because instruments are not calibrated. Heating time may not match the size of the billet, leading to uneven internal structure. Sometimes hot billets wait before the forging, losing their heat and consistency. Operators may judge temperature just by color, which is not reliable. Cooling or quenching may not start at the right time, creating variation between the batches. On paper, everything looks fine. Average hardness meets the requirement, but within a single batch, variation is very high. This leads to inconsistent performance. One part may work well while another fails under the load. These are hidden risks that appear later and create major issues. The key truth is very simple. Temperature is the most important control in forging. If it is not managed properly, the material properties will change. Grain structure, strength, and fatigue life all depend on the temperature of forging. Many believe that good machines or modern furnaces ensure quality, but without proper calibration and monitoring, even advanced equipment cannot guarantee consistency. Visual judgment of temperature is not at all reliable. Small variations can create large differences in performance. You can check temperature control using 5 simple steps. Check real data. Ask for temperature records for recent batches. Verify calibration of measuring instruments. Control of time. Ensure heating time, transfer time, and cooling time are clearly defined and followed. Observe the product look for uniform surface appearance. Variation in color or scale may indicate temperature differences. Check variation, not just average review hardness or strength values within a batch. High variation indicates poor control. Observe shop floor behavior. See how operators handle hot material. Check if there are clear actions when temperature is out of range. In one case, a supplier faced repeated failures in a forged shaft. The issue was not the machine but the delay between heating and forging. By reducing this time and improving coordination, variation reduced and the quality improved significantly. Temperature should be treated like a critical dimension. If it is controlled, quality becomes stable. If not, defects will appear later when they are most costly. Before approving a supplier, ask, is that temperature control measured, monitored, and consistent? That answer will determine your risk. Thank you and see you in my next video.